Looks like that worked. We are got the live stream going there on YouTube. Let me get ready to get my logbook going. One last try, man. I don't think anybody's out here, but is the frequency in use? We'll drop a few hundred watts off that. We don't need all that. So, all right, man, here we go. Let's see what happens. Hold on one second. All right. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra Colin CQ, and live streaming to YouTube. Guys, come on in here, pull up a chair, say hello, and then if you like, you can go back later, find the video on my YouTube channel, rewind it, and hear exactly what you sound like over the air. So once again, this is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra. The name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango, Colin CQ, and listening. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra Colin CQ, and live streaming to YouTube. Guys, come on in here, pull up a chair, say hello, and then if you like, you can go back later, find the video on my YouTube channel, rewind it, and hear exactly what you sound like over the air. So once again, this is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra. The name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango, Colin CQ, and listening. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra Colin CQ, and live streaming to YouTube. Guys, come on in here, pull up a chair, say hello, and then if you like, you can go back later, find the video on my YouTube channel, rewind it, and hear exactly what you sound like over the air. So once again, this is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra. The name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango, Colin CQ, and listening.
Kilo 4, Japan Whiskey.
A4JW, good morning.
Good morning, Matt. Name here is Jan, Japan Alpha Norway. Sergeant Colin CQ. I am in Chattanooga, Tennessee, over.
Roger, brother, I got you, man. First contact together, very good. Well, what's going on in the beautiful town of Chattanooga?
Well, we had a pretty good storm roll through last night, as most of your area had, I guess, the day before. So it was a little exciting overnight, but we survived this one. Didn't fare too well 5 years ago about this time. It was, a twister went right over the house and took out the 70-foot tower and all the aluminum up there and roofing material, trees and all the good stuff. But last night we were spared, so it worked out a lot better. But I did hear your CQ call, and I am running a rig new to me. It's a Ten-Tech Jupiter. So I'll be interested to see how the audio sounds, Matt, over.
All right, well, it sounds good in my headset, and you can go hear it on YouTube when we're done here if you like. Don't try it while we're talking. There's some latency. So, well, I'm glad you're okay, buddy. We took a hard hit. We took an F3 in my town, and it's in rubble. A lot of it, not the whole town, but big chunks of it. Lots of people homeless, many people mourning the loss of loved ones. And I'm on the outskirts of town. I fared okay. We took about 80, 90 mile an hour winds, kind of bent over one of the antennas on my tower, but it's still up there. It's still hanging in by a thread. I call it the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then uprooted a bunch of trees. I spent about 5-6 hours on a chainsaw yesterday cleaning up my property, neighbor's property. You know, everybody comes out, just rolls up their sleeves and gets to work, you know. No need to cry about it. Let's just get it fixed. QSL?
Yeah, I feel your pain. We did that. Wife and I worked, I don't know, about 6 weeks, about 16-hour days cleaning up. We don't have a very big place, but I lost a lot of trees. That now has been reclaimed into garden area, and the soil sure is rich, because it was a wooded area before. It's been a struggle to get it reclaimed with all the rocks and roots and stumps, but we're working on it. Other than that, it's just a little windy here today. The weather is nice. The sun's out, a few clouds, but just glad to drive. We didn't get, after everything they were calling for, we got 30-mile-an-hour winds gusts yesterday and about 1.5 inches of rain, which was a blessing. The rain was a blessing. So anyway, I won't hold you. Some other people may want to get in here. I will be curious to go back and listen to see how the audio is. this little, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Pentax. I'm a big fan of them, and this Jupiter is an SDR radio, basically the same as a Pegasus, but has a front-end interface on it. So lots of options and toys to play with, dual receives, and all kinds of things with extra software. But anyway, Matt, thanks for being out there. We'll say a prayer for your town. Sorry they're having to go through that, but I certainly do know how they're feeling. It's not a fun situation. But and we got the PTSD now for when the wind blows. It's kind of rattles our nose a lot. WJ7CAS, K4JW.
All right, friend. Well, enjoy your new to you radio. Sounds great, man. Yeah, it's I wouldn't recommend it. It's not a fun experience, man. Like I said, out here where I'm at, the tornado got within about 2 or 3 miles of me, which is enough to really whip things up on my property. We knew when we seen all the famous storm chasers, which my wife follows one on YouTube or Facebook, I don't know, one of them. When you see them rolling through your hometown, you're like, uh-oh, things are about to get real. All right, Jan, well, thank you, bud. You started it out here. This video, I did one on 10 meters. This one's called Sunday Morning RF Therapy on 20 meters. And you started the show off, man. We're only 6 minutes in, and other than hearing me ask of the frequencies in use, you're the first one to answer my call, so I do appreciate you, my friend. Have a great day down there in Chattanooga, and until we can do it again. K4JW, WJ7CAS. 7-3, bud.
All right, Matt, 7-3, and again, thanks for being out there. Yep, you know, when Jim Cantori shows up in your neighborhood from the Weather Channel, you're in for something, too. Best of luck to you guys out there. Take care. 7-3, K4JW.
7-3, my friend. All right, man. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Lima 7, Yankee Kilo.
A7, KL7YK. Did I get it?
Yep, KL7YK, Central Texas. Name is Ron. And you're booming in down here. You're solid 5.9 in Texas today.
Oh, thank you, man. I got a great signal on you. I'm looking at the computer, so I can't tell you exactly what it is, but if I have to base it off sound, you're a 5.9. So I'll get you on this next go-around. That looks like we got a Ron down there in Texas. I'm going to update the time on my log, and we're going to log you 5.9 into QRZ. Then we'll move over to your QRZ page and see what you got. So how you doing today in Texas, buddy?
We're doing good down here. It's already 63 degrees. It'll be 80 for the days out. It's been getting into the 90s the last couple of days. So I think that other season, that drier season, has arrived.
Roger. I know there was a bunch of... We got hit by a tornado the other night. Terrifying experience. Were you guys okay? I know Texas took some hits, but that's usually up in the northern panhandle. I don't have Google Maps up, so I'm not exactly sure where you're at in Texas. And if you haven't heard, it's a big state.
Wow, QSB took you out right there at the end. But I'm in Central Texas, south of Dallas, about 200 miles south of Dallas, about halfway between Dallas and Austin. The worst of the weather blew through the north of us. Heck, it blew north of Dallas-Fort Worth. You're right, Amarillo and the Panhandle caught hell. But the majority of the weather missed us. We had... at the worst of it, we had about an hour of a lightning show at 2 in the morning, and we had about 15 minutes of muddy rain, and then that was it. And the storm was over. The mud is from all that dirt that blew up in New Mexico and West Texas at altitude, and as it traveled across the state and got mixed with the rain clouds, it came down as mud. I used to see that when I lived in the Middle East. We used to see that several times a year. We'd get the rains that come through right after the African dust storms, and we get lots and lots of dirt falling from the sky. But this time it's just a nuisance factor. No damage, no hail. We'll get into that season here in about a month. We'll start seeing some serious thunderstorms with some golf ball-sized hail. But for the moment, anyway, it is bright blue skies, 65 degrees. Just couldn't get any better than this.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's cloudy out there today, but calm. Yesterday I worked a long time, hours and hours running a chainsaw, cleaning up trees. We lost a few trees. Neighbors bunched a bunch of trees, so everybody came together, man. We had about 20 people out there at one time, one chainsaw. That's me. and I was just cutting as fast as I could, and they were grabbing the branches, stacking them in one area, putting the wood. I cut, we could use it for firewood, or someone can have it. I don't know. Put that in another pile, and without anybody directing, they all just figured out their own spot in the deal. And man, we had quite the crew going. You would think we'd been doing it for years when it was all over, Roger.
Well, you tend to get good at something, when your heart's in it, and you do.
And by contact.
For a couple of hours, you tend to figure out what not to do, and things get a lot smoother.
Roger. So, all right, boy, very good. There's a contact who wants to jump in real quick. Go ahead, bud. Well, maybe he's gone. No big deal. So yeah, I'm glad it's over with. And man, they were heading south. The one that hit us went northeast, but I got some friends down there in Alabama, and they're supposed to get a hit. And I don't recommend it for anybody. So hey, Ron, we're also live streaming on YouTube if you want to hear what you sound like. And put my call into YouTube search engine or go to my QRZ page. Click the link. This video is called Sunday Morning RF Therapy on 20 meters, and you're at about the 10-minute mark. QSL?
Oh, roger that. Well, I've looked at a few YouTubes of my transmissions years ago when I still lived in Alaska. I operated a club station up there on the military base outside of Anchorage, and, of course, we had all the toys in that station. And a lot of guys recorded me in Europe. Polish stations and such would record me and put me up on YouTube. And it's always funny to hear yourself. That ain't me.
Well, it's you, and I got it coming right out of the rig, man. Line level MP3 to the computer, so I'm not doing no funny business with it. Some guys process the receive. I'm not doing that. Some guys try setting a microphone next to a speaker. That don't work so well. So whatever you hear, I had nothing to do with, man. It's exactly what you sound like in my headset out of the 7300. QSL?
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I don't go on YouTube a whole lot, but I'll take a look at it here in a few minutes. But I'm going to let you go because you find some real DX. I'm just down the street, basically. But you have a good Sunday and a good week coming up, and hopefully we'll run into you down the log. And this is KL7YK, Central Texas. All
right, Ron. Yeah, no worries. I'm not a big DXer. I'll talk to him. I don't chase it. I'm a natural-born rag chewer, man. I got the gift for gab. I'm in no hurry. It don't make no difference if I talk to you or one other in 30 minutes or I talk to 50 in 30 minutes. Either way, I'm happy. I'm just glad to be on the air today because a lot of people are homeless in my town. The town's in rubble, and a lot of people are mourning loss of loved ones. So I am blessed once again by his unwavering mercy, and I'm getting to talk to KL7YK this morning. So I will take that, and I'm very happy about it. QSL?
Roger, sir. Well, I appreciate the comments, and you have a great day, and hopefully we'll run into you again. 7-3.
All right, Ron, take care. KL7YK, your friend over here in Missouri. Neighbors as far as ham radio goes. 7-3. All right, Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha's here. QRZ.
Hey, Alpha Kilo 4, Queen Echo.
And a bunch of you in there. Let me just take, there's an Alpha... something for Queen Echo, maybe. Come again, bud.
Yeah, this is Alpha Kilo 4, Queen Echo. How copy, over?
Man, you sound good here. I heard you at about a solid 5.5. I will log you at 5.9 on QRZ, if that matters to you. Let me get over to my logbook here so I can pull it up. And while I do that, you fill some time. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's a great day here in Dallas, Texas. Nice sunny weather. It's a little cooler, about 59, 60 degrees here. And name is KJ, Kilowatt Japan. Heard you a good signal here coming through 5758 out here. So I just wanted to give out a shout. And yeah, nothing much else going on. Got a lot of high winds the other day, I believe Friday, and a lot of dust storm and whatnot all over Dallas. And everything seems to have settled down, and of course, I've been hearing about the high winds everywhere, the Midwest and all that, and yeah, it's a kind of unfortunate. A lot of homes have been destroyed, and people have been affected. So hope you guys all stay safe out there. Back to you, in control. Over.
All right, very good. Yeah, we took a hit from an F3, so my town is pretty messed up. Let me make sure I got the right call. Is it Alpha Kilowatt 4 Queen Echo, Shankar, Coville, Texas?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, just go by KJ Kilowatt Japan just to to make it easy to remember. And kind of wondering what kind of antenna you're running out there, over?
This one here, yeah, well, I could understand why you want to shorten that up, no problem. I just, I want to make sure I put the right guy in the call, because in the log, I mess it up all the time. This antenna, where are we at, 20 meters? This is a wire sloper, a homebrew wire sloper with the high end around 45 feet, QSL.
Oh, Roger, doing a great job. Good deal. I had a quick question. I'm not sure who'll be the right person to ask, but I'm planning on putting up, like a tower, maybe a 120-foot tower on some acreage, and maybe like a little beam, 20-meter multi-band beam. And the tower is somewhat close to, the acreage that I'm proposed to place is about, I would say about 1,000 to 2,000 feet away from some high voltage transmission lines. One of those big transmission lines which run from state to state, or one of those big ones. So, wondering if you might have any knowledge of any noise issues or anything like that with that, over.
Well, you're never going to know till you try, and that's a big. I've never had a tower that big. I had a 90-footer once, and man, that was a lot of work. So I hope you got a plan and a lot of help, because that is a big tower. Going to require lots of concrete, lots of guy wires, and all that stuff. As far as the noise, believe it or not, you probably would fare well to find a mobile. It could even have just a CB in it, maybe, or something. But if it has a HF rig on the frequencies you plan to use, and just drive around, you'll pick up any leakage, cable leakage, or noise, even at ground level. It may get worse or less as you go up. You never know. But that's about all you can do. I do know the power company, if they have leakage and you're getting a lot of RF noise, they're supposed to go clean it up. Guys have got them to do that. It's not always easy. But, anything with ham radio, as you know, and no matter, it's always a challenge. I just put in a ham clock, and I got lucky, no noise. But I could have had a bad HDMI cable. I could have had a bad power cable. And there's really no way to know until you do it, unfortunately. QSL?
Roger. Yeah, I know that's. I hate to just put down a bunch of money on the property. It's about 35, 40 acres, and then realize that after you close to the property, then you realize that there's a bunch of noise out there. So that's just can't turn around and sell it. So I guess maybe take a radio, maybe a HF radio, and put up a 40-meter or 20-meter dipole, and maybe do some ham radio activity on that. That might sound reasonable, right?
I would, yeah, before you buy, if you haven't bought the property yet or whatever, before you shell out your hard-earned money, man, if you can get access to the property from the current owners, or sneak out there, or maybe they won't even care, or they don't live around there, and just, take up parks on the air rig or something, and just kind of listen, man. If you hear a bunch of RF noise, that'll answer your question, Roger.
Roger, good deal. Yep, I think I'll do that, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, great talking to you. Thanks for the info, and as always, 7 trees. Good to talk to you guys, and we'll see you again on the log. We'll check in real soon, one of these days. Alpha Kilo 4, Queen Echo, 7 trees.
All right, buddy. And I am live streaming all this on YouTube. If you want to go back and listen to what you sound like over the air, that's totally up to you. You can click the link on my QRZ page or put my call sign in the YouTube search engine. This video is called Sunday Morning RF Therapy on 20 meters with today's date, and you are right at, well, you probably started about the 17-minute mark. We're coming up on the 20-minute mark, so you can go listen to your own audio if you like. So AK4QE 73 from your friend in Southeast Missouri. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra. Take care, bud.
Roger, 7 trees. Have a good one.
Hey, you betcha, brother. All right, man. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Bravo uniform.
All right, bunch of you in there. I got to pick one, unfortunately. Let's do the call ending in Bravo uniform. Come again.
Yeah, this is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Bravo uniform, Canton, Kansas.
Well, good morning, sir. How you doing in Kansas? You tornado free up there?
Yeah, we actually have very little wind today, finally.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it, man. We took an F3 here in my hometown. What's today, Sunday? Friday night. Man, what a mess. It is a mess down here, but I did okay here at my house, but a lot of people are not that fortunate. Our town is, It's what you usually see after a tornado hits. It's in rubble, QSL.
Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everybody's okay.
Well, there was some fatalities, unfortunately, and hundreds and hundreds of people homeless. But that's the way it goes. I mean, we live here at the property. I took a little damage to one of the antennas on my tower, not even worth mentioning, and just a bunch of trees and garbage to clean up. But we got good people all around us, and we all kind of joined together yesterday, and I ran a chainsaw all day. I am tired today, my friend, tired. But I ran the chainsaw, and they stacked limbs and wood and picked up garbage, and, well, you just do what you do. You get after it. No need crying about it, Roger.
Yeah, well, very good. I'm glad you're able to get out and help some people there. So, yeah, sorry to hear that. Well, I just heard you call in CQ and just wanted to say hello from Kansas here. A good signal here. You're a solid 5.9, over.
All right, man. I appreciate it. And, yeah, I am live streaming to YouTube if you want to go check out what you sound like in the receive of my radio when we're done. That's up to you. I'm putting up your QRZ page. Nope, I put it in wrong. I could have KR. That's not going to work. But anyways, if you want to listen to what you sound like over the air, you have the option to do that. QSL?
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll check it out. Thanks a lot. And 73, enjoy your Sunday, and prayers to your area there for everybody to rebuild and get back together there. That's no joke there. That's no good. I didn't know that you guys had got tornadoes that direction. I guess I don't really pay attention to the news that much anymore, over.
I don't blame you. I don't pay attention to the news either, but we knew it was serious. My wife follows one storm chaser in particular. He's crazy. He's out of his mind, but he gets cool footage, and he has this car called the Dominator or something. It's got, like, all these panels on it to protect him, and when him and a bunch of other ones show up in your hometown, then they are experts at finding where the big tornadoes are going to hit. You raise an eyebrow and go, well, this ain't good, QSL.
Oh, yeah, old Reed Timmer, is that who you're talking about?
Yes, sir. He was rolling right through. In fact, he drove within about 3 or 4 miles of my house, heading up by Lake Wapapello. That took a big hit. But, yeah, that Reed guy, she follows him. So when you see him feeding live feed and stuff and driving through your town, you're like, well, this ain't good. This guy always finds the big twisters. I don't like him. Go away.
Yeah, Roger that for sure. All right, man. Well, hopefully everything comes together there and everybody gets to rebuild and everything turns out okay there. Sorry to hear all that. WJ7 CAS, nice meeting you. This is KF0 BBU.
All right, Dalen. Take care, buddy. Have a great day up there in Kansas, and got you in the logbook 5959 for QRZ if that matters to you. Your real signal was around a 55, but we won't tell QRZ if you need that star. Take care, buddy. God bless you, and hopefully we can put it on you again. KF0BBU, WJ7CAS, 73.
73.
All right, Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Alpha 0, Golf Delta, over.
All right, a bunch of you again. I got to pick one. Let me do, I think I heard an Alpha 0. How about that one?
Roger that, Alpha 0, Golf Delta, located down here in the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, over.
All right, buddy. How you doing down there? Any tornadoes come your way?
Yeah, we had some about 40 miles north of us. We also had 45 to 50 mile an hour winds most of the day yesterday, and we got another, it's already up to 30 mile an hour today. We went through Katrina 20 years ago this year at our place, and so every time the wind blows, we get real nervous, over.
Well, I will in the future after the hit we took. You underestimate them because you're just like, tornado season warnings all the time. But, well, our town hadn't been hit in, I don't know, a long time. I'd have to Google it, but it's been decades. Now that it hit, if it happens again, man, I'll probably take it more serious. I got to be honest with you. QSL?
Roger. Well, one of the things you do, it's just like with Katrina. We had just moved here, and I lost 156 trees off the property, and you were cutting trees yesterday all day, and frankly, I cut trees for 9 months in order to get all of those trees cleaned up. So you don't forget things like that, over.
Well, I bet you were in the tip-top shape at the end of that 9 months, because I am beat tired, boy. Yeah, we only had, I think 4 trees we had to chop up, big ones. I mean, they weren't little ones. It took a little bit. But my goodness, I do not envy you, man. I used to cut 7 to 10 cords of firewood back when I lived in Idaho, and I realize now why I was in such good shape then, and I'm not in such good shape now, because I swear to goodness, every part of my body hurts today. I think it felt like I got ran over by the train and the tornado, QSL.
Roger that I understand completely. It was a challenging experience. Well, listen, you're 5'9" down here in the Gulf Coast, and I'm glad to know that you're doing well in spite of the weather, and we are too. So we'll say 73s unless you go on to somebody else here. Name here is John, Juliet Oscar Hotel November, and we'll talk to you again down the log. Over.
All right, John. Well, thanks for stopping by. And if you want to hear yourself on YouTube, you're welcome to do that. Click the link on my QRZ page. Put my call sign in the YouTube search engine. However you need to do it, if you want to do it, and you are at the 26-minute mark. John, take care down there in Mississippi. Glad to get to contact with you, and I'm glad I don't have to cut trees for 9 months. You made me feel a lot better. So take care, my friend. AA0GD WJ7CAS 73, friend. All right, let's get back up here and running. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo 9, India Echo Delta.
All right, cool. Only one station. Sometimes there's 20 or 30, but I don't have that this time, so this was easy, man. K9IED, how you doing?
Doing great.
Hold on one second. You got taken out all of a sudden. Either someone decided to call in or the band shifted. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Let me punch your call sign in here. Then we got a Richard in Land O'Lakes, Florida. All right, brother. Well, man, you're dipping down on me. I don't know. Conditions are changing. But I'm going to log you at 5959 for QRZ. Nowhere near that, but if you need the star, it'll be there. What's going on down there in Land O'Lakes, Florida today, Richard?
It's a beautiful day. I'm just hoping you have a recovery there. You may be able to take a couple Tylenol, over.
Oh, yeah, man. I need to eat a whole bottle of ibuprofen. What is it? What did I see once? Bikers or something, the Hells Angels, the ibuprofen chapter. I don't know. That's me today, boy. I am, I got my workout in, I'll tell you that much, Roger.
Roger, it's just too bad it had to be for that. So, yeah, all the best to everybody there in quick recovery.
Oh, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Well, what do you, your signal came up a little, so I think we can hold this for a minute. What are you going to do today in Florida? What's on the agenda? Anything fun? Going to go out and get a nice lunch, or what's going on down there?
Oh, it's laundry and ham radio.
Laundry and ham radio. Well, that goes together. Unless I'm running a kilowatt on 40 meters. The only thing I've never been able to figure out is the only weird deal I have with my station. If I'm on 40 and 40 only, and if I'm running a kilowatt plus, I will shut my wife's washing machine down. QSL?
QSL. Yeah, that might have been the first time laundry and ham radio were mentioned on this frequency, over.
It could be, but that's all right. That'll spice things up. But it did bring that up. No, I don't do 40 a lot, but I have been on there, and she'll come in and tap me on the shoulder and go, "If you want your laundry done, you're going to have to turn that thing down a little bit." QSL. So, all right, Rich. Well, thank you, man. You're fading in and out on me. The band's kind of getting a little wonky for a second for unknown reasons, probably that storms and stuff. So I do got you in the log, got you on YouTube about the 30-minute mark if you want to go check that out. Not a lot of it, but you can hear yourself. And thank you for answering my call. Have a great day in Land O'Lakes, Florida. K9IED, WJ7CAS. Back to you for the final, friend.
Roger, 73 for all the best to you.
All right, friend. I don't know what I got going on here. 7-3, Richard. Thank you, bud. Let me see. Let me just listen for a second. I'm not sure if this guy's calling me or we got band shift, but unfortunately it's enough to wipe this out. I might have to move frequencies or talk him into doing it or something, but let me give it just 1 second. Stand by, guys. Okay, now I don't hear him, so let's try it. QRZ.
Great.
Well, maybe he's calling CQDX. I don't know. Let me give it 1 more second. It's always something. I'll burn. Let me bring this all the way up to 1,500 watts. Make sure he can hear me, and we'll see what we're going to do here. Band shift can be fun at times. All right. I don't know if I hear him now. Whiskey Juliet 7. Sorry, technical difficulties. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ. All right, let's just go back to calling CQ. CQ. This is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra calling CQ and live streaming to YouTube. Guys, come on in here, pull up a chair, say hello, and then if you like, you can go back later, find the video on my YouTube channel, rewind it, and hear exactly what you sound like over the air. So once again, this is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra. The name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango, calling CQ and listening.
November 0, Oscar, Kilo Zulu.
All right, kind of a weak signal, but let's try it. Oscar Kilo Zulu call, come again.
November 0, Oscar, Kilo Zulu from Mike November, Minnesota. Bruce, over.
Well, good morning, Bruce. How you doing today, friend?
I'm doing very good, man. You're full 659 here, over.
All right, I appreciate it. We got some band shift going on. I think there's a DX station out there. He's here 1 minute, gone the next, but we're going to try to work with it the best we can. So how's the weather up there in Minnesota today? Let me put your call in real quick, just to confirm everything before I hit enter in the logbook. Oh, we got it. Bruce and Blaine, Minnesota. Roger?
Copy. Yeah, it's a little cool, but at least it's not snowing today, over.
Yeah, that snow, that's a 4-letter word, man. I hail from northern Idaho, so I'm over that white stuff. So, yeah, we got a nice day today here. We got hit by a tornado Friday night. Pretty rough around here, pretty rough. Very devastating. Lots of damage, lots of homeless people today, and unfortunately some even mourning the loss of loved ones. But that is the Midwest for you. All we can do is pull our boots up and get back to work. QSL?
QSL, Ferris Ostrom. Yeah, it was 70 here last week, and now we're the high of 20. So, you know, it's just like a radio band, in and out, up and down, over.
Roger. Yeah, it is. Notice we always, it's always hurricane season and whatnot, but you don't think much of it until the storm chasers start showing up in your area. QSL?
Oh, I copy. Thank you for the contact today. M0, Oscar Kilo Zebra. I listen to Fleet Scanner, so the phonetics are different, and that's a switch up there, over.
Hey, man, you just give it to me however you want. I also tell people phonetically on my call for the last part of it, can't afford sheep or any other farm animals, then, hey, you'll like this. The other day I had a brand new ham down on 10 meters. I mean, they're just licensed a week ago. Of course, you gotta kind of calm those guys down, tell them to relax, don't get worried about all the cute codes, just take a breath, act like we're having a glass of iced tea together. So I no sooner got him down, and I noticed the end of his call, and it was a BAP. And I said, hey, you know, you can give your call phonetically, bra and panties. He didn't even know what to say after that, QSL.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I got my license many years ago, but then I upgraded to a general and moved my station up to the cabin not too far from where it goes. And a week before Winter Field Day, I got on HF and had a blast on my radio star. Way home I made a DX contact. I talked to the island of Barbados on the way home. I had such a fun time. I got in the winter contest, the Winter Field Day contest time. We ran out of battery, did over 200 contacts, and my first contest, I didn't realize I had to have all submitted in the 30-hour window, so I lost like 2 days of the contest.
All right, man. Well, I would never make a contester. I got the gift for gab. I will talk your ear off. I'm a natural born rag chewer, so I'd lose for sure. Everybody else would get 100, 200, 300 contacts. I'd get like 4, Roger.
Yeah, it was sort of tricky because I don't have internet up in the cabin, so I had to do it with different programs, but I'll get the hang of it, and it sounds like it'd be fun, for sure. I'm going to support different bands. Do you ever do any FM, like FM 10 meters over?
No, I don't. I don't contest, or if people have asked me if I want a 1010 number, I'm not even sure I know what that is. So it's all part of the new deal, man. I don't do any digital stuff. I do this live streaming to YouTube. That's about it. But I struggle at time to time because I'm not even sure, but people spot themselves or something parks on the air somewhere. I'm not sure. I guess some web page, and I don't hear them, and I'll get going, and then, man, they usually don't. They'll have someone come yell at me because they're spotted somewhere on the internet. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know what that means. I checked to see if the frequency was in use like 10 times. I had to get going, and here comes somebody. So I don't know. I struggle with it from time to time. QSL?
Well, I think you're a lot like me. I think there's a big learning curve. I did sort of get onto this WRL, the log book, and it talks about the different parts. I didn't know what they were. They're different parts. They have contests, parts and this and that. I think anybody can check in, but it's just like I did the Florida QSL party, and I was all excited. I'm thinking I'm going to get every county in Florida. I got one call, and the guy wasn't even in the contest. Over.
Roger. Now, I did get a new thing, and this might help me out, although I don't know what it is and how to use it, but I bought a really cool product. If you want to check it out, it's an Innovato ham clock, INOVATO. I'm not plugging them, don't know them, don't get nothing from them. But it is a cool thing, and it does a million things. Get on YouTube. I won't waste your time explaining it, but very cheap, $49 or $59 if you need a keypad. If you have your own wireless keypad, you don't need that. But it does a bunch of stuff, and one of the things it does is gives me DX spots and clusters. I don't even know what that means, but maybe when they're having contests, maybe I could figure out how to use that and not get in on top of somebody if I can try. Sometimes it's impossible. I just forget it. The band's wiped out, but the Parks on the Air guys are everywhere. Maybe those spots, maybe that's them. I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate that because there is an option up there to show me people spotted or DX clusters, or I don't know what any of it means, but maybe I could figure it out. QSL?
Very good, Matt. Very good. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I'll look at the clock, and I did have one guy, like, the second week I did contesting. I was using the Fleet Kinetics, and he said, well, I'm not using those kinetics. He didn't get too crabby, but it's like, whatever. Then I hear these people using all these different kinetics. It's no big deal. I mean, some people are sticklers for the rules, and some people like to bend a little bit. N0, Oscar Kilo Zulu, back to you.
Roger. Well, I mean, they don't own the frequency, and just because they spot themselves on the internet don't really mean nothing if I don't hear them. But I try to get along go along with everybody. I don't try to stomp on nobody or cut them off. I try to be the best operator I can. But at the same time, they need to realize there's other people, trying to use the frequency other than the Parks on the Air or the contest guys. Leave a little room for us rag chewers, QSL.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, well, I won't keep you all day, and I don't know if you were calling CQ. I just sort of talking here. I don't want to come up with either, all right?
Oh, no problem. I ain't doing nothing, man. I'm calling CQ, talking to people, streaming it live on YouTube if you want to go hear what you sound like. I'm just in here getting a little Sunday morning RF therapy. QSL?
I got you. We all sound different on the audio on the other side. First time I heard my voice on a tape recorder. And then we had this guy in the neighborhood that had an FM 6x repeater. It was really awesome. I don't know if you ever done it, but an FM repeater. It didn't close the voice. And then, so there's a big pause in the conversation. And hear yourself play back, and then you hear the other guys play back. Over.
Roger. Well, you're at the 40-minute mark on this stream. You're not super strong, I am going to do a live stream this afternoon on what they call the Wingnut frequency. There'll be a bunch of groups of guys in there having a good old time. 7.230, that's where they hang out. They got a Facebook page and all that. And I think I'm doing that at 1 o'clock Central. So if you're bored at 1 o'clock Central and you can do 40 meters, jump on up there and say hello. So, all right, Bruce, well, thanks for stopping by, man. Have a great day up there in the cold country. N0OKZ, WJ7CAS. 7-3, Bud, back to you for the final.
Copy, WJ7CAS. November 0 Oscar Kilo 2. Thank you for the chat. Back to you, forward.
All right, friend. Have a great day. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Whiskey Juliet 7, Carlo S7.
Oh, keep coming. Don't worry about my call. We'll figure that out later. Go ahead, friend.
Yeah, this is Whiskey Alpha 2, Oscar Mike Kilo in Western New York. When I heard Greg Schuler, my ears perked up.
Well, awesome, man. Well, good day to you, sir. Let me get my logbook up. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I do. I just ragged you. I actually got us on YouTube here. If you want to go hear what you sound like later, that's up to you. Well, what's going on in New York today?
It's a rainy day, but the snow is melted. We're a little bit 20 miles south of Buffalo. You probably heard that Buffalo gets a little bit of snow, and we lived through last winter, and we're looking forward to spring. That's you?
Roger. Make sure I got the right guy. We got a George in North Collins, New York.
That's the man. North Collins, cow country, and we're very happy to be here. We've never had any problem with cows.
One of the ways I give my call phonetically is the last part of it, CAS. I say I can't afford sheep or any other farm animals. That would include cows, QSL.
Yes, sir. Regular. I'm a Rip Van Winkle ham. I got my license back in '61. Did CW and phone with the tube transmitters, and then building houses over the last 30 years. Never had enough time, and just got back in it about 4 years ago.
Oh, very good. Welcome back. I'm a young gun on the block, I guess. I'm only 52. I got my license, I don't know, half dozen years ago or so. And but I have a lot of fun out here. Don't have a ton of time for it. I try to make the time I can. Pretty easy on the weekend. My teenagers sleep till noon or 1, so I ain't missing nothing there. So when I'm home, I try to get out here, make some noise, and have fun. Roger?
That's the whole purpose. Have fun. Not a contester. And where I live, I'm in a high altitude, but the mountains around me are higher than my antenna. So I'm happy to get any contact and happy to talk to anybody. And I got my Reg Schuler certificate from 1961. I don't know if they do that anymore, but love to get back in amateur radio, and having a great time over the last several years. I'm talking to you on ICOM 7300, and I belong to the Southtown Amateur Radio Club, and we just had a semi-POTA picnic yesterday where we get out to the park. We don't officially do anything except talk and have fun and drink coffee. That's you.
Well, sounds like a good day to me. I don't do parks on the air, but I'm not saying I'd never do that. But I would do all right. I would be talking to people, but I sure wouldn't get a lot of contests. That's why I'm not a contester. I got the gift for gab. Like I told the other guy, if everybody else in the contacts gets 100 plus, I'm going to get 10. QSL?
Yeah, our POTA is local parks on the air. It's not official. It's just for the Amateur Radio Club. We had a great time yesterday, about 10, 12 guys out there. We brought some new people who happen to be passing by the park. We don't keep any track of who we talk to as far as long as we have good conversations. And yesterday was a great day to do that. QSL?
Roger. Well, we're recovering from a tornado here. I'm recovering from yesterday. The tornado hit Friday. Lots of damage in our town. It's in rubble. I'm on the outskirts of town. We didn't take a direct hit, but we had 80, 90 mile an hour winds out here, and took over a bunch of trees, kind of bent up one of my antennas on the tower. But all in all, I am blessed, man. I got nothing to complain about. I'm just a little sore from running a chainsaw all day yesterday. QSL?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, did I lose you, George? Uh-oh, I think he bumped a button, spun the VFO. Happens to me from time to time. We'll give you just a second to come back in here, George. WA2OMK, you still there? Yeah, I hope nothing bad happened. I heard a pop. Maybe something popped on a radio, or he hit a band button or something. We'll give you one last call before we move on. Mr. George, WA2OMK, you there? All right. Unfortunately, we lost George. So, George, if you can still hear me and I can't hear you, thanks for stopping in, bud. Have a great day up there in North Collins, New York. WA2OMK with Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra 73, my friend. All right, man, here we go. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ. Nobody? Nobody? I'll call CQ if nobody answers. QRZ. All right, here we go. CQ. This is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra calling CQ, and live streaming to YouTube. Guys, come on in here, pull up a chair, say hello, and then if you like, you can go back later, find the video on my YouTube channel, rewind it, and hear exactly what you sound like over the air. So once again, this is Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra. The name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango, calling CQ and listening. Well, weak signal, but I will do the best I can. I think it ended in a KIT. Come on in, friend.
Alpha 4, Kilo India Papa, 50 watts from Tennessee. Over.
All right, I think I got it that time. KD4KIP Papa, 50 watts in Tennessee. How you doing down there in Tennessee, friend?
Well, we're recovering from last night's storm, and it's warm, and that's good enough for me.
All right, man. Any of those tornadoes get near you? We took a direct hit in our town here. It's a big old mess up here in southeast Missouri. You guys do okay with it?
Well, it was a pretty strong thunderstorm. I don't think there's any tornadoes reported, but there's tree limbs down and stuff. Yeah, I heard about Missouri, St. Louis, and that was always a threat back there back in the 60s. Over.
Roger. Let me make sure I got the right guy for the log. We got a Phillip in Butler, Tennessee, QSL.
That's me. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, friend. I'm doing well. A little bit sore from running a chainsaw yesterday, but all things considered, I'm not going to complain because there's a lot of people dealing with a lot more than I had to deal with yesterday. So we are doing good. They were live streaming to YouTube if you want to go hear what you sound like later. Of course, that's up to you. You can click the link on my page, or you can go to YouTube, put in my call sign, and find the feed. Either way you want to do it. And I did log you at 5.9 for QRZ, both of us, if you need that. You're nowhere near that, of course, but we just won't tell them. QSL?
That's good for me. Listen with those chainsaws. If you get done with the chainsaw and you still got both arms, okay, over.
Lost part of that. Come again. I let it get done with the chainsaw, and then you kind of faded down on me. What was it?
I was just saying with the chainsaw, if you got both arms and both legs, when you're done, you're doing okay. Over.
Oh, exactly, man. When I lived in Idaho, I used to cut 7 to 10 cords of wood a year to keep us warm in the winter. Now I realize why I was in such good shape then and not so good a shape now. My goodness, a day of that, boy, I am wiped out. I feel like the tornado picked me up, threw me around, and slammed me back down on the ground. I don't think there's any part of my body that don't hurt today, QSL.
Well, you're still upright talking about it. That's the important thing.
Roger. Well, all right, Mr. Phillip, you're kind of dipping down on me. It is what it is, man. That's ham radio, but thank you for stopping by. Got you in the logbook, got you on the YouTube live feed at the 50-minute mark or so, and hopefully we can do this again sometime. Have a great day down there in Butler, Tennessee. KD4 KIP, your friend WJ7CAS 73 there, Philip. Take care, friend. Oh, I lost him altogether. All right, well, that's what it is. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Alpha 5, Charlie Sierra.
AA5CS, big signal, big signal. How you doing today, friend?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Just heard your call earlier and thought I'd see if I could make a contact. The name here is Charles.
Well, good morning, Charles. I'm glad you did, because 1 minute there's a bunch of people, and the next minute I'm talking to radio silence, but that's how she goes sometimes. Let me get it working. There we go. Charles, University Park, Tennessee. I'm going to log you at 5'9", both of us, because you are definitely that. I haven't even looked at the meter, but you about blew my headset off. In fact, I might have to look out. Are you kidding me, man? Are you in my driveway or something?
No, I'm in University Park, Texas, and I'm just running a couple hundred watts into an elevated trap vertical here, QSL.
Well, whatever it is, don't change it. It is working great. Super strong signal in here to southeast Missouri today. Then if you want to hear that signal for yourself, I'm streaming to YouTube. If you want to go hear it later, we are at 51 minutes. QSL?
Okay, I'll check it out. Just don't usually hear too many people on here except POTA this time of day, so it was nice to hear someone else just calling CQ.
Yeah, I don't do POTA or contest, one, because I would lose. I'm just a natural-born rag chewer. Hey, is that a Great Dane there on your QRZ page? I got a Great Dane.
No, it's a Greyhound.
Okay, well, both big, tall, long dogs, but looks like a cool dog. My dog's name is George. He's just a big goofus, friendly, but at the same hand, he's a good guard dog, man, very protective over mama. And even if they don't bark or growl at you, they're so stinking big, you take a step back and go, I don't know about this, Roger.
Well, yeah, they're cool dogs. No, we have Greyhounds, and this is little female Greyhound, Zeva, Z-E-E-V-A, and she's about 60 pounds.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what our dog weighs. He's got to be more than that, I tell you. If not, he's just wiry and strong. He runs up to me, and I'm a pretty good-sized old boy. I'm 6'2", 285, and he can knock me down like I'm not even there, Roger.
Well, this one can too, but we have two of them. They're both females, and Zeva's 6, and Darcy, her sister, is 6.5, and they're both about 60 pounds, and they're a handful. They keep us busy.
Oh, yeah, we got 3 dogs. We got him, we got my wife's Mastiff, and then we got my black lab that I use for hunting. But when he's running around with them two, he looks like a Chihuahua, QSL.
Yep, I know what you mean. Well, Danes are wonderful dogs. I had some friends who had one. I haven't seen one in a long time, but they're cool.
They are. Unfortunately, they don't live long. He's young. He's only 2. We're going to have him for a while. Our Mastiff, and she's big, not as tall as him, but outweighs him. And she's gotten better. She's kind of at the end of her life here. We probably don't expect to have her much more than a year more. So she's calmed down, but she's always been she's a great dog, but very mean, protective. Great guard dog, but we used to have to lock her up when anybody was around. But with anything, when she gets older, I think she's just too much trouble to go after people, and she just lays there, looks at them, and growls once in a while. QSL?
Yep. Well, it's hard to lose them. That's a real tough thing. I've lost a number, Ed. You never get over it. But we have to lock these two up from people around, too, not because they're mean, because they're aggressively friendly.
Oh, yeah, I do that with the Great Dane. We'll let people pet him, and then I put him away because I just don't want no one hurt. And he's not going to try to hurt you, but he'll run up to you, jump on you, and I'm telling you, he could hurt you bad on accident just playing around, Roger.
Yep, I've had that happen to me.
I don't want to see one of our neighbors or friends get knocked off the deck and break their arm or something. So he goes in his kennel if we're going to have company or a barbecue, Roger.
That's exactly here. Our first Greyhound was an 80-something pound male, and the first time I left and came back, he greeted me by knocking me down. So it wasn't intentional. He was just so happy.
Oh, yeah, I'm gone all week long. 3 or 4 days. I drive a truck for a living, own a truck, actually. And when I get home, he's just so excited to see me. I got to say, knock it off. I can't get in the house. He's just jumping up on me, and it's man, oh, man. It's like a WWE wrestling match to make it to the back door, Roger.
I know the feeling and getting out when you don't want them to go. Say, what are you running there? You're 10 to 20 over here.
I'm running an ICOM 7300. We're running out of a wire sloper with the top end around 45 feet or so, and we're doing about 700-800 watts, Roger.
Okay, QSL. That's got a good signal here. There's some QSV, but you're well above the noise level here, which, it tends to run 5 to 7 here most of the time where I am, and that's unfortunate, but not much I can do about it but move.
Yeah, that's ham radio, man. I'm lucky. I live out in the country. No noise. I have noise, but it's below 1S unit, so the bands are always quiet for me except 40 and 80 at night, and nobody gets quietness there usually. Well, unless they cheat and use a big, long loop. I'm not sure if that counts, because, anyway, that's another story. But pretty quiet here, and like I said, you're a solid 5'9" the whole time. No problem. If you want to hear what you sound like, you're not going to have any trouble doing that on the feed, Roger.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I will check that out. Speaking of which, I better go check and see what my two girls are doing. They're a little bit quiet right now. I mean, they may be into something they're not supposed to be. But anyway, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
All right, Charles, I know what you're going through. Get out of here. When it gets quiet, bad things are happening. You're going to maybe go find a mess in the kitchen. So, all right, Charles, take care. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we can put you in the logbook again. AA5CS, WJ7CAS. Go round up those kids. See you, bye.
73 minutes.
WJ7CAS, W820MK. I lost you there for about 7 minutes.
Oh, there you are again. Yeah, I called for you, and I couldn't get you, so I just said goodbye. I don't know if you heard me, but glad to hear everything was okay. I heard kind of a noise, and you were gone. I don't know if you bumped the VFO, changed bands. I do that kind of stuff all the time, but I'm glad nothing blew up on you, QSL.
Yeah, the lights flickered, and they may have been doing some switching at the power company or taking down some trees and got a little bit too close. I didn't copy your location and your handle. This is George here in Western New York.
Okay, no problem. The handle is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango. Mike Alpha Tango Tango, and I am located in the southeast corner of Missouri, a town called Poplar Bluff. QSL?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you mentioned a tornado coming through. I didn't know if you caught my last transmission. We rarely get tornadoes here. We had the wind this morning. I think that was a leftover of the front that may have damaged your town. We're very sorry to hear about the damage that is located in the town there from the tornado. QSO?
I appreciate that. Yeah, we took a direct hit from an F3, and it is a mess around here. In fact, all the famous storm chasers were driving around town, and we go, they're not here for no reason, and they always find the twisters, and they found it. So I took a little damage out here at my property, nothing worth mentioning, mostly trees, a little antenna farming I'm going to need to do to fix some things, but we were on the outskirts of it, and we did have 80 to 90 mile an hour winds here. Pretty bad, a little bit scary, but I'm not going to complain because many people are homeless today in town. It really destroyed a lot of stuff. QSL?
Yes, sir. As mentioned, we're very sorry, and we don't want to tie you up if there's anything you have to do. You have a great signal coming in. I also have a 7300 ICOM, but we're running it straight through with about 100 watts or so. But your signal is booming in. You think you run about 780 watts. Great signal, and very, very readable here in Western New York. So, appreciate talking to you and doing a little bit of rag chewing. Be happy to do a little bit more if you have time, or we say goodbye and good luck in your trucking business there. QSO?
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I'm not in a hurry. I'll call QRZ in a minute. I'm all about quality, not quantity. Like I told you, I would never make a contest or I would lose because I would get talking to people about stuff, and that's not that part of that game. It's as many as you can get to get something. I don't even know what, a placard or something on your wall. Never been into it, and I know some guys are. I'm not going to badmouth it, but it's just not for me, Roger.
Same here, exactly the same here. And as mentioned, I feel like Rip Van Winkle waking up from the 1960s, and where are all the tubes and the equipment? I got my old equipment here. E-pit and Night Kit and all the old names, but I'm not running that. Before I turn them on, I'd have to check replace all the capacitors, because I'm sure some of them would blow up after 50 years of non-use. But it's great getting back into the business and ham radio, and I'm still learning. I was general, and 3 years ago I got my extra class finally. I worked for Motorola and General Electric, not necessarily in the radio end, but associated with it, and my ham radio experience helped me in the military, the Air Force, and always helped me get a good job somewhere else. Now I'm retired and living the life. Every day's a Saturday. QSO?
Well, I can't wait. I got a few more years to go. Still got a couple teenagers at home, so I'll get there someday. I don't know if I'll ever fully retire unless I just get feeble and can't get around well. But I look forward to maybe just doing a part-time job, because right now I work 60 to 70 hours a week and have, well, as long as I can remember since I started. I've never even had a 40-hour-a-week job. I wouldn't even know what that is. So someday if I could just slow down to 40 hours or 30 hours, I would consider that retirement. So very good. And I have a new radio, the 7300. I don't have any old stuff, but I'll never give up my tube amplifier unless there's no other options, and they're just not available or fixable anymore, because they're smoother sounding. They're better in my opinion. Some people might disagree with that, but a tube has its very own sound. The solid state amplifiers are pretty choppy. They work, and if you're not into audio, it doesn't matter, but I'll always keep my tube glowing in the shack. QSL?
Yeah, same here. If people came out with the CDs and they loved the very clean sound, and then threw all their records away, and now they're selling records in the stores up here because of the warmth of the signal, whether it's tube or the hum or whatever. But it's a much warmer signal, like you say. And you mentioned you were a trucker. We have the deepest respect for the people who bring the product from the farmers to the store and everything else that comes in. I'm a follower of the railroads, and the railroads strictly went to, the long-distance coal and oil and all the other production. And, I'm old enough to remember the railway delivery service, where if you wanted a package of a motorcycle or something delivered to you, it would come Railway Express. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but that's the way it was back 50, 60 years ago. And of course, all that's changed, and now the truckers are doing that. And Amazon and all, UPS, etc.
A little before my time, man. Yeah, I actually worked for UPS for 21 years. That was a big chunk of my career. I drove the semi-trucks, not the little guys. I never came to your house. And now I own my own truck, and so I retired from UPS, if you want to call it that, and then bought a truck. So but I work about the same amount of hours. UPS was no picnic. That was leaving the house at about 5 a.m. and getting home at 8 or 9 o'clock every night. So now I just haul steel around the Midwest. So just from southeast Missouri up to the Chicago area, a couple loops a week. And believe it or not, even though I was home every day with UPS, I have more quality time now with my family than I did then. So I can kind of set my schedule, stay a little later, leave a little later, and get more time than I did when I was punching that clock. So, and I was going to tell you, as the extra, I'm going to go back and get mine sometime. I did melt my brain cells once studying for it back in 2021, and I was getting 80, 90% on all the practice exams. I would have got it, no problem. 1 stinking week before I was going to go into the local ham club and take the test, we went into the whole COVID shutdown, 2-week flatten the curve thing, and you know how that went. That lasted for months. And one of the last things to come back was the old guys coming back to the local ham club to do the testing, because they were up in years and scared of the coronavirus. And of course we didn't know back then. And by the time they opened it back up about 5 months later, I had forgot everything and was off doing other things, and I have yet to have the interest to go melt my brain cells again. But I will do it sometime, I think. QSL?
Well, my wife is a former teacher, and with my general license and getting back in, I figured I'll utilize the resources that I have in my house here, and she helped me proctor through. I started in December of 1 year and studied until just mid part of March, and then a local club had extra exam, and I said, I'm ready, and went there and did it, and very happy, but it's more for bragging rights as well as a little bit more of the spectrum, but most of the guys in the club have the extra license, so I guess I consider myself on a par with them, at least where I could put the E in for my license class. But as far as trucking, they talk about the military, but the truckers, I say, sir, thank you for your service, because it's hard to imagine without you guys what would life be like. That's you.
Well, you wouldn't have much in the store, I'll tell you that much. If the trucks stop, everything stops. People don't realize that. But we're not organized, so you're never going to worry about a trucker strike that would amount to anything. And trucking's changed, man. It's basically the foreigners have taken over as a very different scene than it used to be out there. It is what it is, and nothing you can do about it. I don't know if I could get my wife to help me study with that test, though. I tried to get her. I had her studying for her tech. And that lasted about 3 days, and she said, I'm not doing it. So I guess if I begged, she'd help me learn how to remember all that again. But I do have a good memory. I can cram enough to pass the test and then forget everything I learned, but I'd have the extra by then. And the only reason I want it is the extra band space. I'll probably still hang out in the general all the time, but when there's a contest, they usually don't do it in the extra portion. So that part appeals to me, because sometimes, I don't know who's in charge of the ARRL, but they'll decide to do a contest on every band on the same day, and I just have to turn the radio off. There's nowhere to talk. QSL?
Yeah, same thing here. We look for people to talk to, but when they're all calling, there's some contest, and just want to exchange call letters and numbers, it's not for me. I'll shut the radio off, too. As far as my wife, using the slow motion method, I bought her for Valentine's Day a kit, radio kit, where she learned about capacitors and resistors and coils, and she assembled the radio. She did a lot of needle points, so she's good with her hands and fine work, and she put it together, and by golly, it worked the first time we turned it on, and she loves it now. So I'm trying to use that to get her a little more interested in ham radio. She, like yours, she's not really enthusiastic, but maybe over time we'll convince her. And as a former school teacher, she says I'm her worst student. She's been able to turn all the other ones around, make them good, but me, 35 years, and she hasn't been able to turn me around yet. Thank you.
You're set in your ways there. Now, what was your call sign again, so I can pull you back up on the screen?
Yeah, Whiskey Alpha 2, Oscar Mike Kilo.
All right, I found it. Yeah, you were only a couple calls back. No big deal there. Very good, very good. Well, all right, man, I'm glad you found me again. I did lose you for a second, George, but I'm glad you came back in there. Very good. I am going to cut you loose. I'm going to do a couple more calls, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go eat something. We haven't had breakfast yet, so we'll call it brunch. And then I think, what time did I schedule it? Let me think. I think 1 o'clock Central. I'm going to be on 40 meters on what they call the WingNet frequency. You would probably enjoy that frequency a lot. It's nothing but a bunch of rag tours. Of course, it's not their frequency, but they hang out on 7230. They got a Facebook group called 7.230 Wingnuts. I don't know why they call themselves Wingnuts, but that's what they call themselves. And it's just a bunch of good old boys sitting around rag chewing all the time. But I'm going to do a live feed there today at 1 o'clock. If you're around the radio and you got access to 40 meters, just go to 7.230. And if nobody else is using the frequency, you'll hear me and a bunch of other people, hopefully, and you can jump in and say hello to everybody. Roger?
Brand 2HDL.
What time is that?
That's going to be at 1 o'clock Central Time, 1 o'clock Central my time. So that'll be 2 o'clock your time, 2 this afternoon. providing the frequency's not in use, I'll check, make sure. Sometime other guys are set up there talking. If they're busy, we'll go every half hour after that to see if we can find it clear until 2 o'clock. As at 2 o'clock, I got some other stuff to do. But 1 o'clock Central Time, if the frequency's not in use and conditions allow. Roger?
November 2.
Thank you very much for the information, and good conversation here. Appreciate it. And we'll see if we can give it a try if I'm available then. And the town again in your in Missouri. What was the name of the town?
I live in Poplar Bluff. Poplar Bluff. They call it the gateway to the Ozarks. I'm right at the bottom of the Ozarks. QSL.
Okay, Poplar Bluff it is, and thanks again, Matt, and good luck in the future, and we'll run down the frequency sometime and hear you again. Great conversation. Thanks very much. WJ7CAS.
November 2 Hotel, Golf Lima, Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, George, take care, buddy. Have a great day, and maybe we'll find you on 40 meters this afternoon. If we don't, I hope to find you somewhere down the band. Enjoyed talking to you today. Have a great day in North Collins, New York. WA2OMK. Too bad it wasn't OMG. Anyways, OMK. George, take care. WJ7CAS. 7-3, friend.
7-3.
Good morning, Ozarks from N2HGL.
All right, we got a few. I didn't call QRZ yet, but someone said good morning in the Ozarks. Come on in, brother.
Hey, good to hear you, buddy. You're sounding good here in Dallas, Georgia, 40 miles west of Atlanta, Georgia. Over.
All right, Roger. Well, good late morning, or, well, I guess it's afternoon in Georgia now. Top of the day to you. What's your call? I'll put you in the log, bud.
November 2, Hotel Golf Lima.
N2HGL. Very good, very good. What do you got going on in Georgia today? Anything fun?
Oh, no. We just, we got tornado yesterday, and we had high winds and heavy rain. That's about it.
Okay, you do okay, man, at your place? You guys all safe? Didn't take too much damage? You doing all right?
Yes, sir, yeah. My neighbor's roof, part of it came apart, but everything's good here.
All right, very good. Let me make sure I got the right guy. We got a Joseph down there in Dallas, Georgia?
Yes, sir, that's correct. My friend, thank you for coming back to me, and you have a blessed day from N2HGL. Want to just wave, put my hand out, wave to you from the Ozark Mountains.
All right, man. Well, I'm glad you stopped in. I'm going to log you at 5959 right now on QRZ. We're nowhere near that, but you got a good signal if you need that star. And I'm also live streaming to YouTube if that matters to you. You can go back and, what is this, Sunday morning RF therapy on 20 meters with today's date. And you are at the hour and 13-minute mark. You can find that by clicking on the link on my QRZ page or simply putting my call sign into the YouTube search engine. Go hear exactly what I hear in my headset from your station there in Texas. QSL?
Roger, 7230. Good old bunch of good old boys on 7230. We'll catch you then. This is N2HGL, and have a blessed day.
All right, brother. You betcha, man. And I'm live streaming now, too, so you can hear yourself right now. I got a feed going, and you're at the hour and 13-minute mark. But I am going to be over on the 7230 group at 1 o'clock Central Time if the frequency is not in use and we can use it. If no one else is already set up there, and we'll live stream there. And as you know, a pretty good group of guys. We usually get a good group in there rag chewing. QSL?
Hey, Roger, come back with your call slow.
No problem. It's a mouthful. Call sign, Whiskey Juliet 7 or Whiskey Japan 7 Suffolk. Charlie Alpha Sierra, Charlie America Sugar, or Close Air Support. QSL?
WJ7CAS. Sorry about that. I got arthritis in my hand. But I got it down. I'll bring your call on QRZ and watch that live stream, okay?
Oh, you bet, brother. Yep, you can go to my QRZ page, click the link, or go straight to YouTube, whichever's easiest for you. And this live feed we're doing right now is called Sunday Morning RF Therapy on 20 meters. You're at the hour and 15-minute mark. You'll probably be one of the last calls. I'm about to wrap it up. And then I'll be back on live again on that Wingnut channel at about 1 o'clock Central if we can get in there. So, All right, Joseph, thank you, man. Have a great day down in Dallas, Georgia. Glad to get you in the logbook. Glad to get you on the feed. God bless you and yours down there, and hopefully we can do it again. Maybe in a couple hours. Who knows? We'll see what happens. So, N2HGL, your friend WJ7CAS. Back to you for the final.
Oh, yes, sir. WJ7CAS, N2HGL. You're a very cool guy, man, from the Ozark Mountains, I'll tell you. And I just want to get your first name slow.
No problem. My name is Matt. Mike Alpha Tango Tango. And I try to have as much fun as I can out here, man. We're just here to have fun, Roger.
Hey, Matt, man, it's a pleasure. You're a cool dude, man. 73, and this is N2HGL. We're going to go to your live stream.
All right, brother. Yep, you won't have to back up far. You're at an hour and came in about the hour and 13 minute. We're at 1 hour 16 minutes right now, and I'm going to do a couple more calls and wrap this up for good. So if no one answers, you might be the last dude in there. We'll find out. Take care, friend. 7-3. All right, man. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Mike Bravo.
All right, a few of you in there. I think I got a Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Mike Charlie. I'm not sure if I got that right. Was I close?
You were real close. That's Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Mike Bravo.
All right, man. We'll make that C a B, and we'll roll with it. How you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Uh-oh, you might have faded down on me. I'll make some noise, see if that band will shift around. I'll punch you up in the logbook here, make sure I got the right guy, and hopefully Mother Nature will shine the light back toward you. Looks like I got a Roger in Canton, Michigan. I go to Canton, Michigan quite a bit. I run steel for a living, and I pick up there at Precision Strip and a few other places. So anyways, if that's you, Roger, you still there, bud?
Yeah, I'm still here. I see trucks cruising around here in Canton. Is that who you're working for?
What was that now?
Are you working for Reliable Transportation?
No, I own my own truck, so I live down here in Missouri, but I do go up to Canton, Michigan quite a bit, all through the Detroit area. Nope, the name on my truck is just the last name, my last name. It's Sturgill Trucking, QSL.
Very good, very good. Yes, QSL, you're 5-7 here into Canton.
All right, very good. I logged us both 5959 into QRZ already if you need that star. How you doing in Canton, Michigan today, Roger?
I am doing real good. Just did a little bit of Uber driving and now a little bit of ham radio operating before I go to work.
Hey, you ought to put a radio in your car. That would give them something to wonder about when you're Ubering them around. They'll be like, what is this guy up to, Roger?
Roger that.
All right, let me pull you up on the QRZ page. We'll put that up on the live stream for everybody to see. And very good, very good. So a little Uber driving, a little bit of ham radio, probably mix in a little feud there and call it good, man. Now, let me see here. 114 lookups. Are you fairly new to ham radio or just getting going, inactive for a while? Or what do you got? What's the story, Roger?
You faded out on me. Hopefully I'm getting through. Yeah, I'm pretty new to ham radio. I was a ham when I was a teenager and then got my license back. I just recently got that.
All right, very good. Well, yeah, you're fading out on me. If you can hear me, though, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write your call sign down. I got to get a list going anyway. I love to send out QSL cards. Not a lot of people do it anymore. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a QSL card. There's a caveat. It's going to take a while. I'm fresh out. I just ordered new ones last night, so I probably will not get them for at least a week or two. But your name is going to be on the list to get a QSL card from me in Missouri. If you have any or you get any, I would love to have one back from you if that's possible. I have hundreds and hundreds on my wall. It's one of the things I still like to do. So, Roger, I'm going to send you out that QSL card as soon as I get them in my hands. QSL?
Fantastic. I'll look online to see if I can get some QSL cards. It's been a long time. I used to have a bunch of them hanging on the wall in the ham shack out in the garage when I was a teenager, and that was pretty cool.
All right, very good. Yeah, you're up and down on me. There's a lot of people out there that make them sky's the limit, prices no problem, whatever you want to do, or you can make them yourself on your computer. A lot of guys do it a lot of different ways, but yeah, it's still part of the hobby, not a big part. A lot of guys do EQSL cards and they email them to you. I'm not in that, man. If you take the time to write something down on a piece of paper card and put it in an envelope and send it to me, I cherish it dearly. The email, I get enough of those. Not that great. So, all right, Roger. Well, thanks for stopping by. I will send you that card when I get the box in the mail. Then hopefully we can do it again. Welcome back to the hobby. Have fun out here, my friend. KF8DMB, your friend WJ7CAS. If you're still there, man, you go ahead and put the ribbon on it, and I'll send it back to you for the final.
Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, Whiskey Alpha 2, Oscar Mike Kilo. I'd like a QSL card too, and I'll send you mine.
Okay, yeah, I lost Roger altogether there. All right, who wanted the QSL card? Give me your call, bud.
Whiskey Alpha 2, Oscar Mike Kilo, George, in Western New York.
WA2OMK?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. I think, we didn't talk. I thought I recognized that call. Let me put you in the logbook, make sure I got the right guy to send the card to, WA2OMK. No, I think we did talk, didn't we? No, I don't know. Oh, yeah, there you are. Never mind. I don't need to do it again. We just talked a minute ago. You're already in the log, already on the live feed, and I'll send you a card as well, Roger.
Yeah, we'll send you an original from 1961.
I love it, brother. I love QSL cards, man. I got hundreds of them on the wall. I don't know. I just like them. Maybe someday when I'm pushing up flowers, maybe the kids will go, man, my dad really talked to all these people, and they won't even know. That's just a small percentage of who I talk to. QSL cards are about 1 out of 100 contacts, Roger.
Yeah, we'll send you one, and appreciate it, and thanks for the contact.
All right, man, I appreciate it. Got you on the list. I got a couple people on the list. I think you heard me. I don't have any right now, so be patient, be patient. Just ordered them last night, actually. In fact, I got to wait on an email with the proof, and then I got to approve that, and then they got to print them, then they got to send them. So it'll be a couple weeks, but I got you on the list, and I promise, as soon as they land in my mailbox, you'll get one headed your way. QSL?
We've been patient for 50 years and got back on the air, so we understand that. Thanks again. Have a good day. 7-3.
That's right. If you're married, it ain't going to be a problem. You're used to waiting. Hi. All right, man. Well, take care. You know what? I'm going to call one more time. I'm going to wrap this up. I got to take a little break. I only got about an hour before I do a live feed on 40. So I'm going to call one more call, and then I'm going to wrap it up, go get something to eat, and get ready for that. So with that said, Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRZ.
Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Victoria.
All right, man. A bunch of you in there. Unfortunately, I can only pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with this one. KJ5CCB, I think.
QSL, that's it. Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Victor. Leon from Louisiana, QSL.
All right, Leon, very good. Yep, in Louisiana. We haven't talked before, but now we have. Great signal coming in here. I'm going to log you right now at 5959 for QRZ, if that kind of stuff matters to you. What do you got going on in Louisiana today? You guys doing all right down there? No big storms or anything? We took a tornado hit on Friday night, so I hope you're doing better down there.
Hi, Roger. The neighbor's fence blew down, but she don't like me, so she didn't get no help trying to put it back up. But just part of it. We had a bunch of tree limbs down, things moved around the yard, nice gusty wind. They had a good 70-mile-an-hour gust easy. So it's beautiful today, nice and sunny, starting to warm up a little bit. But tomorrow we drop down to 38, if I can believe that. Go ahead.
Roger, I'll tell you what, with that neighbor that don't like you, you really want to get under her skin, do the opposite. Go put her fence back up, and she'll be like, that'll make her feel guilty, Roger.
No, sir, not her. She's one of them Irish people, from the Irish backcountry, kind of speak. She's not very appreciative of anything. We tried to help her out before, and she just jumped up and got mad at us. Go ahead.
She's an OG Karen. They call them Karens now, but if she's older, she's the original gangster Karen. I get it, man. That's too bad. That's one reason I could never, ever live in an HOA. No way, Jose. too many old ladies with nothing else to do complaining if you leave your garbage can out 5 minutes too long, Roger?
Hey, hey, we out in the country though, so it don't matter out here. I got just over an acre, and she's on the side of me there. She put up a nice 8-foot wood fence. But like I said, that part of it kind of blew out yesterday. Let me get that call sign. It's WJ7. I lost the rest of it. Come on.
Yeah, Charlie Alpha Sierra, Charlie America Sugar, close air support, can't afford sheep or any other farm animals, whatever way's easiest for you to phonetically write it down. And hey, I am live streaming on YouTube. You're going to finish the show out. You can go to my QRZ page, click the link, or go to YouTube, put my call sign in, and it'll come up. If you're interested, this video is called Sunday Morning RF Therapy on 20 meters with today's date. And you will be the last contact in the feed. We're at about the hour and 25-minute mark, and you only have to back it up 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, however long we talk. QSL?
Hey, QSL on that. Yeah, we talked to you before. It looks like back on, let's see, the 4th or the 3rd, I don't know how to read it, back in 2024 in April, I think it was. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My log didn't bring that up. I'm not sure why. Maybe I forgot to enter it. Maybe I entered it wrong. There's all kinds of variables. Most likely it was me, though. QSL?
Hey, QSL on that. Yeah, we coming in nice and strong, 520 down this way. Go ahead.
All right, very good. Yeah, I got you a good solid 5.8 to 5.9. You're doing a fine job. Logged you at 5.9 for QRZ. And you are in my logbook for sure this time, so hopefully it will come up next time. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to go back here real quick, double-click on this and see if it brought it up, and I just didn't notice it. Hold on. Slow computer. It's moving at the speed of your neighbor. There it goes. Nope, just today's date. So I'm not sure what happened. I'm sure it was a technical error on my part. QSL?
Hey, QSL. Well, we kind of got lucky because I just buried that cable for hook my computer up to the internet inside. So we just had that run out here to the shack. So now I got my QRZ logbook here. I can just put it directly in there, Roger.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I use Ham Radio Deluxe, which is pretty handy for some other things. And at the end of the day, I copy and paste it over to QRZ. So it might take a little. Well, you may not see me confirm it till later this afternoon, but I will do it. It'll get there, I promise. QSL?
Hey, QSL. Yeah, some of the guys tell me that they can't understand me sometimes because of the way I speak, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But that's all right. That ain't no big deal. And that being down this way, I guess it's that doggone Cajun accent. My dad worked offshore for a while, and I worked offshore for a while, so I guess I picked up a lot of that out there. So we kind of like it. It's like they say down here, Lizelle, I'm off on roulette, Roger?
Well, don't go that far deep on me. I can understand you fine until you get too Cajun on me. I get down there, sometimes it's funny, down there in southern Mississippi. There'll be a couple guys on the CB. Mostly they're usually black guys, and they're speaking in a language all to themselves. It's something English, Cajun something, and they're just going back and forth, and I'm sitting there with my head cocked going, what in the world are those two saying? QSL?
Hey, QSL, they got what it is. They got the what they call the Indians. They when during the Civil War, a lot of Indians stayed with the black people. Or rather, I take it back. A lot of black people stayed with the Indians. And they picked up that dialect from the Indians, so they kind of mixed it in with their dialect and the English dialect. So heaven knows what you come up with them sometimes. Sometimes I can't understand them. Go ahead.
Yeah, some southern Cajun. I know there's a word for it. I don't know what you guys call it, but it's like on Bobby Boucher or whatever that movie was. There was that one guy, say something. I'm like, I don't know what he said, but I have heard you guys talk like that, and I'm like, I'm out. Sounds cool to me. I hope they're not talking about me, Roger.
Hey, Roger. Well, sometimes you can understand them a little bit. If you think about it, you can kind of mix it in there a little bit, Roger.
Yeah, I pick up a word here and there to kind of sort of got a clue maybe of what they're talking about, but I certainly can't jump in the conversation, Roger.
Hey, Roger, I've been out of too long kind of thing, because before, when I worked offshore, I'd get up there and discuss things with them pretty easily and get up there and talk to them about it. And some of them say I talk a little bit too fast because of that. I don't know. I'm just down here. Hey, that's my life. Go ahead.
Well, that's all right, man. I can understand you perfectly fine. I don't know why anybody'd have trouble hearing you or understand what you're saying. I got no issues with it. Well, all right, Leon, thank you for jumping in there, man. Have a great day down there in Louisiana. I'm glad to get you in the logbook. Glad to get you on the live feed on YouTube. And hopefully we can do this again. I am going to bail out on you because I'm telling you, I am hungry. And I only got about an hour to the next live feed, so I got to take a little break, get something to eat, and then come back in here for a little more RF therapy. But until then, thanks for jumping in here today. And you can go hear yourself. You're going to end the show, and hope to talk to you again soon. KJ5CCV, WJ7CAS, your friend up here in Missouri. Back to you for the final there, Leon. You put the ribbon on it, buddy.
All right, sir. All right, man. I'm just looking at your little Radio Shack there. It looks nice. I got working on mine. I just got me a new oscilloscope in here yesterday, so I'm adding to it my unit a little bit better too. All right, sir. You have a great one. 73s to you. We'll try to make contact in that and see what it looks like, and have a great one. 73s.
7-3, Leon. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in here. The wife calls it Area 51 Command Center. But it is what it is. All right, man, take care. Hey, you guys that might have been hanging out, I apologize, but I got to get out of here. I am hungry. But I will be back on 40 meters at 1 o'clock Central. If you guys want to try to jump in that live feed or just jump in and talk, there should be a pretty good group. We're going to do a round table there, so it won't just be me. A lot of times you won't even hear me. I'll just be sitting back listening. That'll be on 7.230 at 1 o'clock Central. They call themselves the Wingnuts. If we're not there, it was because somebody else was using the frequency. If that's the case, we'll try back every half hour for an hour. We'll try at 1:30 and then at 2 o'clock. And if we can't get in there and get it going by then, I'm going to have to just cancel the live feed because I got some adult stuff I got to do this afternoon, unfortunately. So with that said, I had a lot of fun today, guys. God bless each and every one of you. And hopefully we can talk to you somewhere down the dial. Whiskey Juliet 7, Charlie Alpha Sierra, QRT. Take care, fellas.